Hello students, welcome to Ashish Pulala classes. Today in the present video of CPC, I am going to discuss with you section number 20 of CPC. Section 20 of CPC is also known by the name as general as well as residuary section. Because section 20 provides the provision for selecting the place of civil court for instituting the civil suit in those cases which case do not fall within the provision of section number 15 to 19 of CPC. In section number 20, we are linked to file the civil suit on the basis where the defendant reside or carries on business or personally work for gain or where the cause of action arises. Section number 20 is subject to the limitations which are provided in section number 15 to 19 of CPC, which we had discussed earlier in the last videos. That means to say, section 20 of CPC is to be read when resort cannot be taken by applying the provisions of section number 16 to 19 of CPC for filing a civil suit. So section 20 of CPC starts as under. It states that subject to the limitation aforesaid. That means subject to the limitations of section number 15 to 19 of CPC, every civil suit shall be instituted before the civil court within the local limit of whose jurisdiction either one defendant, if there is only one defendant, or each of the defendants where there are more than one defendant at the commencement of the suit actually and voluntarily resides or carries on business or personally work for gain. Okay, let us take an example, which is the illustration number A appended to this section. In this example, A is a tradesman in Calcutta. Okay, B carries on business in Delhi. B by his agent in Calcutta buys some goods of A and requests A to deliver the goods to East India Railway Company. A accordingly, on the demand of B, deliver the goods in Calcutta. Now, if B will not pay for the price of the goods purchased by his agent, then A may sue B for the price of the goods either in Calcutta, where the cause of action has arisen, or in Delhi, where B carries on his business. So on the places of cause of action or place of business of B, the civil suit can be filed within Delhi or Calcutta court by resorting to section number 20 of CPC. In the next point, if the defendants are residing at different places within the jurisdiction of different courts, then the civil suit can be filed before the civil court within which any of the defendants, where there are more than one at the time of commencement of the suit, actually and voluntarily resides or carries on business or personally work for gain. But it is very important to note in this case that at the time or after filing the civil suit, permission of that court in which the civil suit is filed is to be taken. Or if the defendant who do not reside or carry on business or personally work for gain within the jurisdiction of that civil suit remains silent in such institution, then the civil suit can be proceeded further even without taking the permission of the court. So let us repeat again. The civil suit can be filed against any of the defendant if any of the defendants, where there are more than one at the time of commencement of the suit, actually and voluntarily resides or carries on business or personally works for gain, provided that in such case either the leave of the court is given or the defendant who do not reside or carries on business or personally work for gain as aforesaid acquaints in such institution. Or civil suit can be filed before the civil court where the cause of action wholly or in part arises. Let us take an example, which is illustration B appended to this section number 20. In this example, A resides at Shimla, B resides at Calcutta, and C resides at Delhi. In this case, A, B and C come together at Banaras, in which B and C makes a joint promissory note payable on demand and deliver the promissory note to A. If in future B and C resile from their promise and they do not pay the due amount of A to A, then A may institute a civil suit against B and C at Banaras, where the cause of action arise. That means the place where B and C had executed promissory note in favor of A. A may also sue them at Calcutta, where B resides, or at Delhi, where C resides. But in each of these cases, if the non-resident defendant object the place of institution of the suit, then the civil suit cannot proceed further unless and until permission of the court within which the civil court has been filed has been taken. So here it is very important to mention that an application for such leave may be made after the institution of the civil suit. It is not necessary that before the institution of the civil suit, the permission of the court is to be taken. That there is one non-resident defendant and I am going to file the civil suit against him. The civil suit can be filed within the court, and thereafter the application for leave can be given to the court seeking the permission to continue the civil suit. Even the civil court can give the permission without notice to the defendant if the civil court thinks fit. There is one explanation which is appended to section number 20 of CPC, which is in respect of a corporation. If I want to file a civil suit against a corporation, then where it shall be deemed to carry on business. Explanation number 20, explanation appended to section 20 states that a corporation shall be deemed to carry on business at its sole or principal office in India, or in respect of any cause of action arising at any place in India where the corporation has the subordinate office. Okay, that means to say, if there is a company or a corporation, let us take an example of Mahindra and Mahindra company. The principal office or registered office or sole office of that corporation or company is situated within the jurisdiction of Mumbai court. So the corporation shall be deemed to carry on business in Mumbai where it has its principal or sole office. Or if there is any branch or subordinate office, then the corporation shall also be deemed to carry on business from that subordinate office as well. In this case, the corporation includes not only a statutory corporation. Statutory corporation means a corporation which has been enacted by a statute. Let us take an example of Reserve Bank of India, LIC of India. These are the statutory corporation. The word corporation not only includes a statutory corporation, but it also includes the companies which are registered under the Companies Act 1956 or Companies Act 2013. Now, let us discuss some questions. Whether section 20 of CPC overlaps section 19 of CPC? Answer is yes. Although we had read that section 20 can be resorted when there is silence of provision in section number 16 to 19. But section number 20 of CPC overlaps section 19 of CPC because section 19 of CPC do not cover the point of cause of action. Section 19 of CPC is almost similar to section number 20, but section 20 missed the point of cause of action. So section 20 of CPC overlaps section 19 of CPC, as this section further gives one more option to the plaintiff to institute the civil suit before the civil court where the cause of action has arisen to institute a civil suit. So section number 20 is a general section. It covers all the personal action, that means suits relating to personal or movable property. However, it is very important to note here that when two or more courts are vested with the jurisdiction to entertain and try a civil suit, then the choice of selecting one of the civil suit or civil court, lies with the plaintiff, as it is the plaintiff who can decide out of the several competent courts which before which court he would like to move. The defendant cannot insist to the plaintiff that civil suit is to be filed in a particular civil court. If by resorting to section number 16 to 19 of CPC or section 20 of CPC, the plaintiff files a civil suit against a particular court, then it is okay, and defendant cannot compel him to file a civil suit in a particular court. So this is something about section number 20 of CPC. If you want to get the notes of this section number 20, then you can go to my Ashish Polala classes blogspot.com to get the notes. Thank you very much.